In this presentation, I will offer guidance on effectively drafting patrol officers in PoliceStaffer. The lack of accountability in officer drafting poses a significant challenge for many police departments, often resulting in unfair personnel assignments due to the absence of proper drafting and assignment tracking. However, by leveraging the Draft History and Assignment tool in PoliceStaffer, we can overcome these challenges. Let me guide you through a step-by-step process to accomplish this task effortlessly and navigate with PoliceStaffer's user-friendly interface. By utilizing this tool, we will ensure a fair and streamlined officer drafting process. Before we proceed, let's make sure that we have successfully logged into the PoliceStaffer platform using our login credentials. For this demonstration, let us assume that we are logged in as a supervisor or staffing administrator responsible for overseeing the patrol unit. After analyzing the integrated statistical tools in PoliceStaffer that our next shift is running low on manpower, we are now in a position where drafting officers from the current shift to the next shift is the only solution to match the minimum staffing numbers projected by the Field Operations Administration. To accomplish this task, we will click on the Manage the Roster button, which is located on the top mid-left section of our dashboard to gain access to our roster page. The roster page is now shown. We will click on the Tools button to invoke the Tools menu. Let's click on the Drafted Personnel History and Assignment button. The Drafted History window is now open. Here, we can retrieve all the employees who meet specific criteria, including the unit name, location. The location could be referred to as a district, a zone, or a sector to cite some examples, then the working shift and date range. Our goal is to search for employees who satisfy these criteria and obtain the corresponding results. First, we will select the unit, location, and shift from where we want to query our employees. Next, we will enter two sets of dates. The first date will indicate the starting point from which we want to extract the work history, while the second date will determine the endpoint until which the system should continue pulling the history. In other words, we aim to extract the work history of all employees who have worked between the specified start and end dates. As soon as we enter the endpoint date, the system will start querying and look for those employees who fall under our criteria. We can now observe that the system has generated a comprehensive list of all officers who have worked within the specified date ranges, irrespective of their assigned work area. It is worth noting that the system has applied color coding to each employee. Employees highlighted in green indicate that they have not been drafted on any days within the provided date range, whereas employees highlighted in red indicate that they have been drafted at least once within the given date range. This color-coded distinction allows for easy identification and differentiation of employee drafting status. The system's automatic selection feature enables us to effortlessly and fairly select employees for drafting. Let's proceed by clicking on an employee highlighted in red. As a result, a table will appear on the right side, displaying a list of dates on which this employee was drafted. Conversely, if we click on an employee highlighted in green, we will notice that the table on the right remains empty, indicating that this particular employee has never been drafted within the specified date range. This intuitive system functionality streamlines the drafting process, allowing for efficient and transparent employee selection. Now, we have the option to manually select an employee for drafting. However, if we prefer to avoid any personal bias or guilt associated with the selection process, we can let the system randomly choose an employee who hasn't been drafted within the specified date ranges. Once our selection is finalized, we can proceed by clicking the Draft Employee button. This action will trigger the display of the overtime assignment window. We will observe a table located on the left side. This table presents a comprehensive list of employees who have indicated their availability for working overtime at the selected location and shift on the specified date. If there are employees listed in this table, we have the flexibility to select one or multiple individuals as needed. Rather than drafting our previously chosen employee, we can assign those employees who have willingly expressed their interest in working overtime. This approach ensures a fair and voluntary selection process, aligning with the employee's preferences and promoting a cooperative work environment. Since there is no voluntary employee, we will proceed with the drafting assignment. We will begin by selecting the date that corresponds to the working shift assignment. Then, we will click on Assign. Next, we need to fill out all the required fields with the necessary information. Please allow me a moment to fill out these fields so we can finalize our drafting process. With all the necessary fields now completed, we are now prepared to draft this assignment as overtime and proceed with posting it. We will click on the Create Overtime button to initiate this action. The system will take a moment to process and finalize the transaction, completing the drafting process for the selected employee. Once the process is complete, the system will automatically close the overtime window, returning to the Draft History window to continue our workflow or in case we must draft any other officer. As we can see, PoliceStaffer offers unique, user-friendly, and straightforward features that enable users to complete tasks with ease by simply clicking a few buttons. In contrast, other systems lack the same level of functionality integrated into PoliceStaffer. This user-friendly interface and comprehensive feature make PoliceStaffer a valuable tool for efficient task completion, promoting a cooperative work environment and aligning with employees' preferences. This completes this presentation. Thank you for watching.